We have right here in the studio Dr. Elizabeth Jackrich. She's the Chief Executive Officer of Ellen Group Limited. Dr. Jackrich, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning.
And right close to her, we have Engineer Oluwole Adeyileka. He's a former Director General of the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority. Currently, he's the Executive Director at Ellen Group. Also, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning.
Yeah, so I mean, for people like us, we just see the plane, we complain of the timing, but we didn't know this amount of money goes into maintenance of one aircraft, and unfortunately it has to be done abroad. Have there been conversations of having these things, this maintenance done domestically? Let me start with you ladies first.
I mean, they have been, to the best of my knowledge, but I think it's not enough. So, and we as Ellen here, we're trying to contribute our own quota by, demonstrating the ability Nigeria possesses to do their maintenance in the country. And that is why the current achievement that we just had, which is the 7,800 landing check, feat completed by Ellen here, not just in Nigeria, but the first in Africa. And we're proud that it's done on Nigerian soil by our in-house engineering team, obviously with the oversight and close supervision of the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority. And completing this check is not just a technical achievement. It is a statement of endless possibility in the aviation industry of Nigeria. And it demonstrates that Nigeria possesses the talent, the capacity, the infrastructure, the technical know-how, and discipline to deliver complex aviation projects to the highest international standards. And for us as Ellen here, it also reinforces our, brand promise, which is operational excellence rooted in African capability.
All right, let me come to Dr. Adeyileka. I want to challenge you. You were formerly in the public sector. Why didn't you make this happen? Why are we just hearing of Ellen, taking the glory now? We have so many airlines. Why is it taking so long? Or why are aircraft maintenance still, largely done abroad, sapping off our FX resources, which is really, really scarce? You used to be there. Why didn't you do something about it?
Yes, it's a very complex situation. Why am I saying complex? The government cannot come out and say, right, all airlines must do their maintenance check locally. What comes first is safety.
Yeah.
We need to look at individual cases. Well, talking about my time, we had AMO, Aircraft Maintenance Organization, licensed during that time. Aero contractor had the capacity, but they could have done better with the help of the government. They could have done even more better with the help of the operators. The owner of the aircraft decides where he wants to maintain the aircraft. It's a free world. The most important thing is it's highly regulatory. You must follow the regulation, you must follow the maintenance program. Take, for instance, Ellen Group as a whole took a decision.
We have to be easy on the name.
Yeah.
There are other aircraft. We are discussing a national issue here. Yeah. So let's make it national, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Making it national, I can use another. The airline operator decide where they want to take their aircraft.
But if there's enough confidence built on the Nigerian system or Nigerian value chain in that area, I'm sure a lot of people would prefer to do it locally because it costs less, isn't it? You need less dollars, for instance, employing the expertise, the raw material, isn't it, please?
Can I make a correction?
Yeah.
I know what Dr. Elizabeth wants to say.
All right.
In aviation, it's different. We don't manufacture parts in Nigeria. Even the Jet A one that we produce in Nigeria is dollar, the naira goes up and down with the exchange rate. So every part that we use on the aircraft are imported. That needs to be,
So we know that. Is it not possible? Okay, Ajaputa still is not even working, so we can't even think of even the little parts. Yes. We have a long way before we can start.
It goes
Yes.
way beyond.
Yes, sorry to cut in. We are not the aircraft manufacturers.
Yes.
So we can't just manufacture the aircraft. We have to be licensed. You know, yesterday I was having a conversation with an aviation alumni, and we were discussing about the state of things in the industry. And he mentioned something. He said Nigeria aviation, either private or commercial, contributes less than 1% to our GDP. That's really bad. It's really poor. You know, I say to people, when you think about the contributors of our GDP, we should be looking at oil and gas, mining, agriculture, and aviation. Aviation is the foundation of these businesses I've mentioned. Without aviation, they cannot successfully do their operations. You understand? And we don't have a hub, a one-stop shop where we can have training institutes for our engineers, training institutes for our crew, maybe few, but we don't even have, will I say, a spare part hub, whereby even if we're not manufacturing, we can actually be licensed to carry this, you know, spare parts. One of the things that eats into people's revenue, apart from the fact that there is this thing, quote unquote, about anything done in Nigeria is not professionally done. So like you said, the airline operators have to have a different mindset. And that's why we're trying to be the footprint of that. We also need to invest heavily in aviation infrastructure. Being a one-stop shop, so probably the government, my prayer is that the government will collaborate with the stakeholders in the aviation industry to ask us, what do we need? Not just having few people talk to us or talk for us, but we telling them what we need. And what we need is collaboration. We can contribute way more than what we're doing right now to the GDP. Look at Ethiopia, for instance. If you look at Nigeria, we're in the center of all these neighboring countries. And one of the reasons why we're not the hub for connecting flights within these African countries is because we don't have the right infrastructure to actually, will I say, support those flights. So people would rather fly to Ethiopia or go to South Africa, but we're more than capable. We have the talents. We just need to build on the talents by providing the right infrastructure, the right training. You know, one thing that eats deep into our revenue, I will go back to that, because for me, I'm from the business side, so I'm bringing in the money, and I see is the downtime. When people go for C-checks out of the country, the list is 6 months. So if you get financing maybe from the bank for 5 years to finance an aircraft, you will be looking at going to C-check, I think, twice in that 5 years, sir, and that's 1 year loss of revenue. And that's why you see a lot of planes being packed down due to lack of maintenance because they don't have the funding. Naira instability to the dollar. So even if we're doing the maintenance in-house, it does not dramatically reduce the money you spend on your maintenance, but what it does for you is it does not hinder too long your operations because you can reduce downtime. You have your parts, you have the technical know-how, they're in-house. With the oversight of NCAA, you can progress further than depending on foreign facilities. And what we have done is also a proof of concept that we can reduce our dependency on foreign facilities, keep our revenue within the country, and also inspire this and the next generation of aviation.
I know the sad thing you talked about Ethiopia is, I mean, AFDP, Ethiopia, they are the biggest airport on the continent is being built, and Nigeria is supposed to be the big brother.
We are supposed to be.
Exactly.
No, that's what I mean. We are supposed to be. I mean, we don't have any excuse why we shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that story, I think a piece of my heart just broke because, I mean, if Ethiopia has the biggest facility on the continent, that means you can imagine the traffic there. Yeah. And you just talked about the contribution to the GDP, which I mean, I even wrote out some of those numbers, not looking good at all. So when do we catch up? I mean, let me ask Dr. when do we catch up? How do we catch up? Are we too far away, you know, from Ethiopia, for instance? Where is Nigeria compared to Ethiopia? Why are they ahead of us?
It's a two-part thing. We need the stakeholders, like Dr. Elizabeth said, and we need the government. We need the encouragement of the government. We need their encouragement. And Take for
Aviation minister is very active.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but
Is he not doing enough?
I think he's doing a really good job.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, but he cannot do it alone.
Yes.
It's a partnership
So it's
thing.
the private sector and him, yeah?
Okay, let me start from somewhere. We are going big on MRO. We've approached FAN. We've done presentation. We want to do a one-shop stop. We have issues. FAN has to issue us with the land. They have to. We've done our own finances. Okay, this is what we want to do. And we have been, everything we do technically is apprenticeship. You have to learn it. Even the job you're doing now, it's apprenticeship. You don't just come from the university and bam, be an anchor. So we have been, we've perfected the business of maintenance. Sorry, the business of aviation, because we do more than maintenance. Commercial operation, private jet operation, we've perfected it. So what we want to do now, we want to expand. We have approached FAN. They need to give us land at affordable prices. That's another thing. What we can afford, we need to have a tax incentive. It goes, the government input. That's why I said it's up to both parts. What we want to import, the equipment that we want to import, we must have duty free. There must be an input from customs, or they're all federal government anyway, but I'm talking about the agencies of government. So once we have that done, that'll be the beginning. It doesn't just end about Nigerians patronizing each other. We want even Ethiopia to come to Nigeria. We want people even from Europe, when they look at their books and say, let's come to Nigeria, it's cheaper for us to fly the aircraft to Nigeria. And that will be the start. We don't have that yet. But we're working, but we need to demonstrate within the country that we have the capacity. Capacity goes beyond having toolings and everything. Manpower capacity, equipment capacity, planning capacity, and there's a lot to be inputted on it. And the apprenticeship is also very important. Training the local engineers. Going to the university or going to aviation college, obtaining a license is not good enough. We also need to encourage our locals
to also come into that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I mean, this maintenance issue and what it could do to us, and I really appreciate your passion. One would have thought that she's just CEO, she doesn't really have the passion, and that's what I appreciate.
She's an engineer doctor.
There you go. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Elizabeth Jackridge, for your time, Chief Executive of Ellen Group Limited, and of course, Dr. Engineer Dr. Oluwole Ayileka, former Director General, Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, and Executive Director at Ellen Group. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you the very best. Please help us preserve our dollars.
We'll try, with the help of everyone involved.
Exactly.
We're hoping.